October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. For a Davenport woman, it is a subject she still struggles to talk about. News 8's Josh Lamberty joining us in studio right now with how she is making it her mission to make sure you know more about a rare form of breast cancer. Good morning.
Good morning, Ann. It's tough to talk about a cancer diagnosis. It's even tougher to talk about someone that you love who's died from the disease. But about 6 years ago, after breast cancer impacted Diane Koster's then 28-year-old daughter, Diane couldn't stay silent.
She's our guardian angel now.
They say a picture is worth 1,000 words.
This is one from when she was a little girl.
Diane Koster's little girl, Lindsay.
We just miss her smile.
Gone.
Yes.
Too soon.
Yeah. It generally will not show up on a mammogram.
It is inflammatory breast cancer.
If anything, they might see some skin thickening on a mammogram, but they're not going to see what would normally make up a lump.
It's a rare and aggressive disease, making up about 3% of all breast cancers.
Unfortunately, Lindsay was what they call triple negative. That's the worst because there are no receptors that they could actually target a proven treatment.
So,
I don't want anybody to forget her.
What to do next?
She made 88 entries. I took all of her writings and I wrote around each of them from my perspective as her mother and her primary caregiver. It's hard not to think about death constantly.
Those words,
When you're unsure if you're on the verge of it,
are now Lindsay's legacy.
this is a love story about a mom and her daughter.
A mom who never forgets to visit her daughter,
Do you hear me? I'm here.
giving Lindsay's legacy new life.
She never gave up hope.
Diane isn't giving up either.
After Lindsay passed away, I just felt like with my medical background and my fundraising background, I felt like I should be doing more.
For the last 3 years, Diane has worked at Genesis.
Monday the 10th, I think.
She helps people receive those preventative cancer screenings and manages the fundraising that makes them possible.
I don't want somebody choosing between having their cancer screenings done and putting food on their table that week.
Her work, a labor of love.
And I want as many people as possible to learn about this terrible disease. Okay.
Diane Koster,
I'll take care of that either later today or tomorrow.
now writing this next chapter, giving Lindsay's legacy lasting hope.
I think that's my life, is Lindsay's legacy.
Now you can support Genesis tomorrow at its annual Gather for the Cure at Scott County Park. Now this is the second time that this event is happening. Diane is helping organize it. That's happening from 9 until noon. She hopes to raise about $25,000 this year. That's about the same as last year, and all that money supports preventative cancer screenings for people across our area. Now, Diane has a background in radiology and has been very involved in the cancer research community. Her family, though, does not have any form of cancer in their family history. That's why this is such a shock to them, but also a very big reminder: get those screenings.
Very well done.
Thank
And I, with Genesis, what sort of numbers and diagnoses are they seeing right now, specifically post-COVID?
Sure. So after the pandemic, when hospitals kind of all, for lack of a better word, kind of shut down a little bit, and some people didn't go in to get their screenings, they are now seeing some more later stages of diagnoses right now, which is tough for them. But they're also advocating, go get your screenings, catch it early.
Very important.
Josh, her legacy continues to live on right now.
It absolutely does, and the Lindsay Legacy Fund has actually helped fund some of that groundbreaking research that will help hopefully find a cure for this terrible disease, and all the proceeds from that book go toward Lindsay's Legacy Fund, and that also helps with that research. And you can learn more about inflammatory breast cancer coming up on Good Morning America this morning. GMA will have a special about that.
All right, Josh.
Where can we find?
We have a link for how you can buy the book. It's on Amazon, but we have a link that will take you right to it on WQ80.com right now.
Beautiful story, Josh. No parent should ever have to bury their child. Thank you.
We'll be right back.